Alert. The asteroid we call home has collided with an anomalous planet, decimating our colony. Rebuilding it is of the utmost importance. I've detected a new cluster of material-rich planetoids in nearby space. If I can guide the duplicants through the perils of space travel, we could build a colony even bigger and better than before. Hey there, everybody. My name is Turtledude. Welcome to Oxygen Not Included. Oxygen Not Included is a brutal colony simulator, and I have played this game a lot. Yet they just released the 50th update to this game. There seems like a lot of new stuff that I don't know about yet. We're just going to start a brand new fresh save on our lovely home asteroid right here that I'm going to call Operation Stress Simulation. Why? Because this game is stressful beyond belief. But right now, it'll be fine, but you'll see what I mean later. I've also realized that I have made mistakes several times over the years of what I need to be doing here. But I'm actually just going to look at the thermal overlay first before I ever do anything. And you'll notice that there's really only one spot that's hot. It's right here next to my face. And it's only a 39. Oh, this is in degrees Celsius. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Now it's in Fahrenheit. So that's like 115 degrees. That is pretty hot. Comparatively to 70, which is good. So this up here is at 23 though. Everything else seems to be relatively about that temperature. So I think I'm actually in a very cold asteroid overall, which is good because most of the time I die to heat death, which is essentially the base gets too hot, just can't possibly cool it. Eventually you just die because you lose all your food and water and stuff. But I also make the mistake of trying to industrialize too quickly. So I'm going to make a general tentative plan, and that's it. And I'm just going to go straight into exploring to figure out where I need to go first. But I think I can get away with building a farm in this area right here that I'm making a box around. Because it's kind of surrounded by cold stuff, and if I put it up high, it should never get this hot stuff over here. That'll leave me this area over here for like living quarters, bases, power generators, stuff like that. But you want the farm up high. And this seems to be cold all over. And what about right at the very top? The pip up there. Arbor tree, so I can make some farms and stuff. Okay, we're going to do that. But first and foremost, I always start by digging out these four corners. I guess these two corners, I should say. And then doing this. That should be 10 blocks wide. It is. And instead of just going straight down, because normally I would just go straight down and start building stuff, I'm actually just going to go over right here. Okay, let's speed this up a bit. And by a bit, I mean a lot. We're pretty much never going to take it off the fastest possible speed, otherwise this game would take it literally hours. It's already going to take hours. What am I kidding? But you know. Then we'll put some ladders here. That right there. That was the wrong thing. Now we'll go ahead and build these. Go get some plumbing. Okay, now here's where the kicker comes in. I need an air deodorizer, which you'll understand later. It cleans the air. I need to scoot this right here. I'll have two of those and two outhouses. And then later I'm going to need four more spots. So I'm just going to leave it like this. And you'll see why later. But I've done this enough to know that. So just going to do this, and then temporarily we're going to put that right there. Get rid of this. Enable auto harvest on all that. So an auto harvest, what I'm doing right now, essentially allows my duplicates to go harvest things without me having to tell them to. So, otherwise I'd have to click each one of these and click the harvest button, basically. So, now we have toilets, and we're going to set these things to right. Like that, set them to priority 7. Nice. Okay. Now that we have this gonna set up, I'm going to introduce you to the duplicants. Just as soon as they finish building this outhouse, actually. I'll let them finish that first. Perfect. Alright, we're going to start left to right. This beauty right here is named Dorky. Now, Dorky is my researcher. So, I'm going to actually go into the jobs menu, and there's a whole tech tree of jobs each person can have, as you can see. And you'll notice there's little hearts next to these. That essentially means that particular duplicant is interested in that job, and they get positive benefits from doing that job. You always want to make sure that they're doing the job they're happy to do. That's very critical, actually, as far as this game is concerned. So we're going to set Dorky's priorities up very high in the researching department. I'm also going to give her a little bit of operating. So, pretty much, Dorky's my research person. Biscuit here is pretty much my cook. And the name wasn't really intentional, but it just popped up as one of the random ones, and I was like, okay. So, I'm going to make her cooking, but I'm also going to make her slightly farming. And essentially, she's going to be my cook. She'll spend most of her life inside of the base, and so will Dorky over here. Next, we got Wickerbottom the Beefy, which was a randomly generated name, and I thought it was hilarious, so I kept it anyway. Now, Wickerbottom here is my guy who likes to dig big holes. That's what his job is, but he's also going to be my construction guy. So he'll prioritize digging over building, but when he runs out of digs, he'll go build something. Now, on top of that priority list, because that's their main priorities, that's the main categories, if you will. So, he'll always do digging before building, and he'll do building before everything else. Now, if I go into the sub-priorities menu, you could tell them which specific thing that needs built is more important. So, for example, I could say, these tiles right here are more important than these tiles on the roof by upgrading them to 6. Now, I don't really need to do that right now because there's not a whole lot going on in the base, but that gets very important later, which is why this right here has to be set to priority 7, and I'm actually going to set these to priority 9, because nobody in the entire game wants to clean the toilets. It's like a battle to get somebody to clean the toilet every time I play this game. So we're just maxing out the priority to start, and we're not going to worry about it. So, back to the game. And just as soon as they get all this stuff I just smacked down built, we're going to go over here and get a little bit of water just so that they... Actually, I don't even need the water. No, I don't even need it yet. We're just going to go straight to exploring. Okay, so let's see. That area up there is hot. This area is very cold. Oh, we got a cool slush geyser. Wow. That's really close. And it emits 5.2 kilograms per second at 14 degrees. Is it polluted? Yeah, it is in fact emitting polluted water, but that's fine. I now have, like, free coolant for my entire base. And that is, like, right next to the base, too. That's awesome, actually. I need that thing running all the time, so I'm going to go have to build a big pit somewhere. But I need to see what else is here as well. So what I'm going to do, there's also a neural vacillator right here. This essentially upgrades your dupes and gives them cool power-ups and stuff. They're not really power-ups, though. They're just way better stats, typically. Up is slow, down is fast. I can always dig down way faster than I can go up. I'm going to take the time I have right now to go up. I'm going to use classic triple mine thing here. Go over... Actually, I'm just going to go straight up on the ladder until I get to there. And we'll priority 6 that. Go ahead and tell him to go ahead and get all these. Okay. So then... There we go. Like this. Yeah, that's it. Okay. I always forget how to do that. So we'll grab a ladder and put it there. We don't even really need those. We seem to dig that out. I think that'll work. If not, we'll figure it out. I'm just gonna go up. And also, I do not need all these tutorials. Oh, I already have a blueprint. The blueprints, there's two kinds. This one is cosmetics only. I got a pair of Underdog gym socks here. Breathable socks that do nothing whatsoever to eliminate foot odor. And you get cosmetics, you can put them on your dupes. But this one is the one we actually care about. And it pops something out, it gives us a new duplicate, or it gives us some resources. We can pick which we want. You'll see later. By the way, that's a temporary bathroom. I just threw it together just to have something so that it wouldn't... Oh, I have another one already? Basic gray shoes that go with everything. Okay. You get the idea. You get cosmetic stuff. And I think that's going to work just fine. Ooh, what do we got here? Looks like we have a teleporter right there, which that is awesome. So I'm going to go up there and check that out. I need to get a ladder, put it right there. I can't mine that though, yet. So we'll just get as close as we can to it up there. You see how they kind of scurry up that right there? You'll see him, he'll kind of scurry up. Like this right here. Oh! He's freaking out. There he goes. Or she, I guess. I'm not really sure about Biscuit there. Nice. Okay, so that is the input. There's interplanetary teleporters right here. And essentially, I can put stuff in here and it pops out at a different asteroid. But that only works to one asteroid. So, yeah. I guess I go down. My polluted water thing's already cooking over there. Is it super cold? Oh, yeah. Okay. So, let's just go down now and see what happens. Okay. I don't know if they're going to be able to get down that right there or not. We'll see. Always confusing. Okay, so we got some water down there. That's probably going to end up being my water basin down there. And I'll cool it with this stuff. Okay, she can hop that just fine. Man, she is cooking. Look at her go. Oh man, that guy's even faster. But you notice they can't breathe down here? That is because there's all carbon dioxide in here. And pretty much anything that's red, they can't breathe. Anything that's blue, like a light blue or a purple or like a medium blue, just like a regular blue, I guess, is breathable. This oxygen is being produced by this temporary stuff right here called oxalite. Or I guess oxalite. Oxalite is a very rare resource, and it is difficult to find later. You actually have to manufacture it. So you essentially use it right now just to get yourself going. I'm going to have oxygen for plenty of time. And I'm just going to tell them to dig straight down right here. We have a nice little basin here. Got some lockers. I got an achievement. Construct a building outside the initial starting biome. Wow, that was fast. I tossed that out in no time. Okay. Normally that takes me a couple days, but I just made it out of the first biome in just about 2 days. So that's 2 cycles, I guess, but that's not bad at all. So things are looking alright. I am going to go ahead and build a research station, now that we have some idea of what's going on. I'm just going to go ahead and dig that one out. I'll have that little tip here replant it. Same thing with this. It's just kind of a shame that I have to get rid of that so quick, but it is what it is. Okay.